So thank you Pak Happy for presenting the first and the second study. My name is Erina and I will continue the presentation. So the second study, it is about situated learning. So in this idea is that learning and teacher identity construction in this matter is a process of becoming. So it's not just acquiring, it needs active participation and engagement. So in this case we talk about image text. What is it? So basically image text is when the teacher take account of the issues around the students and talk about it in the class. The notion of image text can also be categorized as post-structural. Why? It takes account of plurality, whether it is in complementary senses or in contradictory senses. So as we all know, teacher identity construction is something that is ever changing. So image text show us about that constant change. By the repeated performance, both the teacher and the students can find ways to modify the issues around them. So in this study by Morgan, it talks about the students' double standard and the view of gender, whether it is an economic role or it is in the word roles. So, image text sounds good, right? The teacher takes accounts the problems, the issues around the students and discuss it in the classroom. But it has its drawbacks. It is a good move. Theoretically, it sounds good, but in reality, with the curriculum, it is not practical for the teacher to actually take account of the issues around the students and at the same time trying to reach the objectives of the curriculums, so it's not exactly practical. So it can lead to self-doubt and inaction when both the teacher and the students cannot exactly find ways to solve the problems. Though it has drawbacks, it also has the positive points. So they can present themselves as those who are unpredictable, as someone who is new. In this case, they are open to new accents, new readings, new critical readings from the students. And okay, so we have talked about 3 studies that contribute to our perspectives in viewing teacher identity constructions. The first one is about the social identities, that one person can have more than one identity. The second one is about situated learning, when the students and the teacher in this learning process try to have social interaction in the group. And the third one is about image text, when the teachers take account of the students' issues and discuss it in the class. So, although those 3 are good perspectives, they have drawbacks. So the first study does not allow dynamism and it has limitations in regard to linguistics. And the second one, it focuses on the individuals in relation to the groups, and its methodology is not suited for taking account the participants' voices and interpretations. As for the third one, it has strong emphasis on the language, but it relies a lot on the students' issues. So these are the themes of the studies that we discussed today. First, social identities views identity as multiple, shifting, and in conflict. The situated learning views identity as crucially related to social, cultural, and political contexts. The image text views identity as being constructed, maintained, and negotiated primarily through discourse. In addition, those three studies have points for researchers to dive into. The first one is marginalization from the first study. Second one is the position of non-native speaker teachers from the second study, and from the last study it includes the status of language teaching as a profession and the relationship between teacher and students. So we have come to the conclusion and implication. So basically, if we want to see a language teacher identity construction, we can take account of those three studies. We want to see their identities as an individual, we use the first study. We want to see the teacher in relation to social context, we will use the second study. And if we want to see the teacher in relation to the discourse, we use the third study. So that's how all three studies relate to each other in viewing the teacher's identity construction. The implication of this study is that we need to take account of more than one ways to view the teacher's identity. We need to remember that teacher identity construction is a complex process, and utilizing all three studies, we can see the identity construction in more perspectives. So thank you guys for watching our presentation. If you have questions or comments, you can directly go to the comment section and post your questions there. Thank you.